It's me, and of course, it's Sam Kirshner. We're gonna give you. It's been 2 weeks, so we're gonna give you a 2 week update, chats. Sam, how's the past 2 weeks been?
It has been eventful to say the least. I got a lot to update chat on. Not a lot of it actually is Big Data Bowl related, as we will see. But we do have some exciting developments now that we've picked a topic that I want to share with everybody and get people hyped up for this snow globe pre-snap motion because I've been thinking about it more and I want to just share why I think it's the right project for your team.
Okay. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, so put together a little presentation here, and thinking about the spinning nature of the snow globe. I'm thinking a lot about tornadoes, things with power in nature that spin, pretty badass things that spin. So I want to share with everyone why spinning is good.
Okay.
First thing that's good about spinning, spin doctors. Everybody needs a good spin doctor. You cannot make your way in this world without a spin doctor by your side. Some old folks might call them PR representatives,
Oh,
but I like a good spin doctor because they can get me out of any jam, no matter how big a goof I make. So
isn't
spin doctors are good.
isn't this
Second thing, go
okay?
go ahead.
No, second thing.
Second thing, Tasmanian devil. How cool is the Tasmanian devil? I know growing up, you know, watching cartoons, Looney Tunes, everybody's favorite character was the Tasmanian devil. In fact, this image you see right here is tattooed on my upper right thigh. That's how cool I think Tasmanian devils are. And what did the Tasmanian devil do? He spun. He spun constantly.
Okay.
So another reason why spinning is going to lead us to the championship.
Okay.
And then the
Okay.
third, and I think this is the most important reason, astronauts. What do you have to do to be an astronaut? You see this in every movie. You got to go in that little chamber and they're going to spin you around over and over and over again to see if you can take that centrifugal force. Now, everybody knows that astronauts are badass.
That's
So
true.
we've got three things here that are super badass already, and they
Okay.
all involve spinning. So I think people are going to be drawn to the circular motion. There's kind of a hypnotic element, and it's really just going to make our presentation stand out. But am I
Okay.
done at three? I thought I was done at three, but apparently
Oh.
not.
Oh.
Apparently, I have a fourth or maybe even fifth thing. I don't know. Let's go to the next slide. Blenders. Blenders also spin. And can you make with blenders? Smoothies. Now, a smoothie is how I start every day. It's how you should start every day. And I bet it's how the Big Data Bowl judges start every day. So if we can relate the snow globe play to blenders, I think we've got a chance to kind of resonate with the audience. This is about finding the right message for the audience. It's not just about what play works best. It's about what is cool and what people like. And people like things that spin.
Okay.
My final case in point, whatever this event is at the Olympics, I watch it every year. I'm not quite sure what it's called. I think it might be the hammer throw. You know who else threw hammers? Thor. Everybody loves Thor. So once again, spinning is going to lead us to victory.
Okay. That's
Unlimited power from
okay.
spinning.
Okay.
So, in conclusion,
Okay.
spin equals power equals champions. We are going to win by showing how this is the greatest play ever invented in the history of American football. So I hope that gets folks hyped up for our awesome project. Now, you're going to see later in the presentation in an article, one of the issues we're running into, and every good data scientist knows this, is we don't really have an appropriate sample size. This play has only been run once, but we got to solve for that, and you'll see that a little bit later when we talk about what we're working on this week.
Okay, okay. So let's what's this? What's the big news? What is big news?
Yeah, the big news, and this has been a bit of a kerfuffle the past few weeks. I alluded to this uh, the last huddle a couple weeks ago that I received a letter. Um, Turns out if we go to the next slide, um, been named the head of the Department of Energy Drinks and the Department of Energy, apparently. I'll be running both departments. That's part of Elon's goal to save money. No longer one department head for department. You have to run two departments if you want to work in the government. And I'll be serving in the big data bowl, although I've already started some of my responsibilities, which we'll talk about when we talk about what I did last week, because it was not big data bowl related. I made a little video of why I had to miss last week, um, and we can probably get to that right after this.
Okay.
But any
Well,
any 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 questions here?
I what does the Department of Energy drinks entail?
Oh, I mean, it entails whatever I want it to entail. So really, this is about making sure that our working age population is properly energized. The powers that be want to make sure that we are at peak efficiency to make the economy go smoothly. And so I need to make sure that everybody is properly energized throughout the nation that's part of the working populace. And so I've got to work on getting energy drinks cheaply and abundantly to the population. But I also have to take on big energy drink. There's all sorts of chemicals in there. God knows what they're doing to the virility of our male population. And so I'll also be tackling all the chemicals that go into these energy drinks to make them more natural. Aaron and I, Aaron Rodgers, we're on first name basis now. We've already been spitballing some ideas about different uh, changes we want to make, ingredients that they can no longer use. So Monster, Rockstar, Red Bull, I'm coming for you. I'm going to take you down. It just so happens that I have the perfect natural alternative in High Divide. And so you're going to be seeing that a lot more on the shelves of American grocery stores and convenience stores. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Um, I you know what? You, you told me enough. Um, what? All right. Is anything else before we begin some of the updates?
No, that's really it. We'll see with some of the updates. Uh, some of the less glamorous parts of this job. Really the Department of Energy is sucking up way too much of my time. I should be running the Department of Energy drinks more, but yeah, we'll have a little update on that with what I worked on last week.
Okay. Let's for those who don't know, the huddle agenda. It is what you all worked on this past week, what you're working on this week, and if you have blockers. What are you working on this week?
Well, this week John Montana and I are employing some stuff, but I got a little video from last week of why we couldn't have stand up.
Okay.
So you can play that for the good people so that they can hear directly from me why we missed a huddle last week.
Okay.
Nick, making this video just to let you know that I won't be at stand up today. I have a cabinet meeting. You know, old Sammy boy really fucked up this time. Um, you know, that letter last week, I signed it. I accepted the position without clarifying that it was not for the Department of Energy and it was for the Department of Energy drinks. Turns out I'm leading the Department of Energy. Yeah, I mean, I was ready to go. I was ready to take big energy drink down. I had this whole shtick where I was going to dress as a matador for the entire administration and be the conquistador of the Red Bull. But that's not going to happen now. I apparently am in charge of energy. How the fuck can you be in charge of energy? What am I, Pikachu? I don't even know what this means, but I got all these meetings. I got people calling me. I got to tell you, I am in hell, man. I am in hell. I don't know how I'm going to get any work done on this project. I have some stuff that I was doing with John Montana that had to get paused. You'll see a news article about that later. But yeah, this is just a bad place. I'm in the bad place. You got Don Jr. running around giving everybody purple nurples. Eric's playing grab ass all the time. RFK keeps calling me and asking me at 2 a.m. if I want to go collect coyote skulls. Are you fucking serious, dude? You know, they even got Buzz, you know, that kid from Home Alone. Somehow he's part of this administration, and he's running around fucking lighting off bags of dog dookie in front of everybody's door. It's just a fucking nightmare. This is a nightmare. I don't know when I'm going to get out of this, but I won't be at stand-up today, man. I'm sorry. All right, I got to get going. Fucking somebody's calling me about nuclear energy. I think I'm going to put Homer Simpson in charge of that shit. All right, see ya.
Okay. I guess that's a good reason to miss stand-up. Are there any blockers this week from the team?
Yeah. These new jobs I have. I am getting bombarded with communications nonstop. I added just a little sample of what my day looks like in terms of the messages I'm getting that I need to respond to, and the nonsense I have to deal with that's non-big datable related.
Hope this email finds you well and energized. Does everyone make energy jokes at the Department of Energy?
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Oh, okay. Okay. I hope this message, as someone who greatly admires the Department of Energy's commitment to sustainability. I have one question about energy and its impact on our daily lives. I'm curious about the department views how the department views personal energy. What is this?
This is just like the nonsense I have to deal with day to day. I
How
got,
many how many
I
emails do
got.
you have?
I'm pretty sure this is a spam one because look at that name. There's no way that name is a real name. It's got to be made up. But anyway, you know, I got energy drink CEOs. I got reporters. The reporters are easy to deal with because everybody gets a stock email that just tells them to shut up and that we don't have to answer their questions and that they're dumb. So I just shoot that one off. But then these senators come and, you know, I got to figure out how to reply to that. If I don't make any quippy jokes, people in the department tase me with a taser. You know, anyway, I got to get out of this job because it's been a real blocker this past week into any additional progress. I mean, we got John working on stuff, getting that data charted, but I haven't been able to look at that data at all. And these two new jobs I got are really slowing me down. I got to find a way out.
Okay. Okay. Any announcements you would like to make? Any announcements?
No, man, it's been an eventful couple weeks. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
I think you captured it all here.
I I feel captive. I feel captivated. I feel captivated.
As you
Um,
should. Look. Let's not let this energy job thing distract from the beginning of the presentation, which was to hype everybody up about spinning and pre-snap spinning and how that is awesome and how we're going to have an awesome project because of it. Let's keep that focus and, stop worrying about all of this other swirl. You know, there's money to be made. I think we're 5 weeks into stand up. We've had 3 awesome company ideas come up already. But you know what? We gotta focus. It's getting late in the game. We're hitting December, and we gotta just drill in on the big data bowl. So from here on out, I'm gonna see what I can do about these energy jobs, and then we're gonna clear that out of the way, and we're just gonna focus on the power and beauty of the spin.
yep. Um, my only announcement is I think this might be the final week for coaching applications. So exclamation coach in chat. If you're interested in applying to be the coach of the the Indianapolis Colts. Nick Wayne's Indianapolis Colts. Um, I guess the action items here are you need to resign.
Yes. Or
Okay.
find a way out. I think that
Okay.
is the important part. Resignation may not be taken seriously. I've already seen some folks try to resign and not be able to. But trust me, I'm gonna cook up a way to get out of this old predicament, and then we're gonna be smooth sailing, football only.
Okay. Okay. I think I have to hire a coach this week, so I will work on that. We don't have a stand up next week. And in 2 weeks, we will have, we should have a stand up in 2 weeks. We should.
At which time, at which time, the Nick Wan's Indianapolis Colts are gonna be riding high. We're gonna we're gonna get we're gonna get some good stuff going. I'm gonna look at that Pee Wee football data, and we're gonna be ready to go.
We have 5 Mondays to be ready.
I mean, we got the idea. That's the hard part. That's the hard
That
part.
that is very hard. Is Ghetto Bob doing anything on this team, by the way?
He told me that I cannot contact him until December 9th. Um, and at that time, he will have the perfect coffee with which to power a non-stop working session, no sleep, no interruptions from that date to January 6th. So he's working on making sure that he can work, I think.
Okay. That does sound dangerous. But perhaps it's what we need. sometimes you have to risk a little to win a lot.
Exactly. I mean, that should be my motto. That might be go on my gravestone.
That's okay. Okay. Well, thank you, and as always, thank you to our sponsors over at Lambda. Um, if you're interested in cloud compute services for your ML or AI projects, join the other 300,000 instances of Lambda Labs that have been uh, deployed. Exclamation Lambda to grab a free $20. Try out a little Lambda for yourself. Um, Thank you for the update. That was a pretty large 2 week update. And we're gonna have another one in 2 weeks, probably.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be as eventful as the past 2 weeks, but we'll see. I've been hanging out a little bit too much with RFK Jr., so I'm sure something's gonna happen in the meantime.
I really don't want to imagine it, but good luck.